In the beginning, there was only the endless steppe, harsh, unforgiving, and wild. A land where survival was the only law. Here, among the winds and open skies, nomadic tribes lived simple but brutal lives, shaped by hunger, war, and constant struggle. But from this unforgiving land, one boy would rise, unknown, abandoned, yet destined to change the world forever. His name was Temujin, and his story would become legend. The tribes of the steppe were divided, constantly fighting, each seeking dominance but never unity. Temujin's early life was filled with betrayal and suffering, left to survive with nothing but sheer will. Captured and enslaved by enemies, his future seemed sealed in chains, but destiny had other plans. Under the cover of darkness, he escaped, carrying with him not just freedom, but a burning vision. A vision to unite what had never been united. One by one, he formed alliances, turning enemies into brothers, building loyalty through strength and trust. And soon, the impossible happened. The tribes gathered as one. On the vast plains, surrounded by warriors, Temujin was given a new name. Genghis Khan. A name that would soon echo across continents. He forged an army unlike any the world had ever seen, fast, disciplined, and unstoppable. They moved like the wind, striking with precision and vanishing without a trace. Their first conquests came swiftly, leaving enemies shocked and unprepared. Walls that once stood tall crumbled under Mongol strategy and force. Cities fell, empires trembled, and the world began to take notice. Across deserts, mountains, and endless lands, the Mongol army pushed forward without slowing. Every battle was a lesson in strategy, every victory a step toward dominance. From a distance, Genghis Khan watched it all, calm, calculating, unstoppable. His empire grew faster than any in history, stretching further with each passing year. But with every victory came destruction, and a growing shadow beneath the glory. Under Mongol rule, trade routes flourished, and the Silk Road became safer than ever before. Cultures met, ideas spread, and for a moment, the world felt more connected than ever. Genghis Khan welcomed knowledge, adopting ideas from the lands he conquered. But peace came at a cost. Rebellion was crushed without mercy. His laws brought order, discipline, and control to a vast and diverse empire. A new generation grew under Mongol rule, trained to ride, fight, and conquer. Yet behind the strength, cracks slowly began to form. As Genghis Khan aged, the weight of his empire grew heavier. And then, the inevitable happened. The great conqueror was gone. His death marked the end of an era, but not the end of his empire. His successors stood ready, but unity was no longer guaranteed. The empire, once whole, began to split into separate khanates. Each region followed its own path, its own ambition, its own vision. Differences grew, and unity began to fade. Tension turned into conflict, and conflict into open division. The once united army now stood divided, no longer fighting together, but against each other. Rebellions rose in distant lands, sensing weakness. Trade routes became dangerous once more, and the golden age began to fade. The empire that once conquered the world was now struggling to hold itself together. Slowly, power slipped away. Cities that once thrived fell into silence and ruin. Local rulers reclaimed control, breaking free from Mongol dominance. The legacy of unity was replaced by chaos and fragmentation. Civil wars tore through what remained of the empire. And with each passing year, the Mongol identity faded further into history. Trade collapsed, leaving behind empty roads and forgotten connections. The people suffered, caught in the chaos of a falling empire. But as one power fell, others began to rise in its place. The banners of the Mongols slowly disappeared from the world stage. Their great strongholds turned into ruins, reclaimed by time and nature. Yet their story did not vanish. Historians would write of their speed, their kuwa, and their unmatched conquests. They reshaped the world, connecting distant lands in ways never seen before. Even in their fall, their impact remained. Today, the echoes of the Mongol Empire still live on. In the winds of the steppe, in the stories of history, in the lessons of power. Because every empire, no matter how great, carries the seeds of its own sukuthon. The rise is never permanent, and the fall is always inevitable. If you're enjoying this journey through the rise and fall of history's greatest empires, don't forget to support the channel. Hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share it with others who love powerful stories like this. And make sure you press the bell icon so you never miss the next episode, because the story of global superpowers is far from over.